This is Optimal Living Daily, episode 581, 10 Quotes That Sparked Habit Changes by Tammy Strobel of rowdykittens.com, and I'm Justin Malik. Happy Friday, welcome back, or welcome for the first time if you're new here. This is where I read to you every single day to help you live a more meaningful life. And today's article is a little different, 10 quotes with micro actions for each. If you have any thoughts about this style of article, let me know. The best place is in our Facebook group. The shortcut link is oldpodcast.com/Facebook, or you can search for Optimal Living Daily Podcasts in Facebook and request to join. For now, let's get right to the post and start optimizing your life. 10 Quotes That Sparked Habit Changes by Tammy Strobel of rowdykittens.com. A few weeks ago, I wandered into Books and Sustenance in Murphy's, California. It's a sweet little bookstore, and I enjoyed chatting with the staff. While I was browsing the shelves, Tools of Titans by Tim Ferriss caught my eye. I read a few sections, put it back on the shelf, and wandered around Murphy's before I bought the book. I'm happy I decided to purchase the book because I love supporting local bookstores, and I've learned a lot from the people that Ferriss profiled in the book. When I read a book, I take notes and record quotes in my journal. Today I thought it'd be fun to share 10 quotes from Tools of Titans, along with the micro actions I'm incorporating into my daily life. 10 quotes and micro actions. Quote number 1. If you're over 40 and don't smoke, there's about a 70 to 80% chance you'll die from one of 4 diseases: heart disease, cerebrovascular disease, cancer, or neurodegenerative disease. Dr. Peter Attia. Micro action. I've made a lot of progress on the health front over the last year. For example, I go to CrossFit 4 to 5 times a week, and I'm eating cleaner. However, as I approach 40, my aim is to become stronger and leaner. I'm also avoiding processed sugar and highly refined carbohydrates because some studies suggest that they drive the growth of cancers. Quote number 2, don't hold yourself back. I think this is a trait of a female more than a male. We have a tendency sometimes to sit on our talents and potential because we don't want to offend anyone or be singled out. Gabby Reese. Micro action. Reese's quote reminded me to keep going and experiment with personal and professional projects, even if they fail. The idea of not holding myself back is something that I want to incorporate into my daily writing practice. Quote number 3, stop drinking now. Stop drinking right now and patent all your ideas and exercise compassion every day. Laird Hamilton. Micro action. I'm no longer drinking alcohol, and it's one of the best decisions I've made for my physical and mental health. That's not to say I'll never have a glass of wine again, but drinking a glass of wine or 2 every night isn't a habit I want to bring back into my life. Also, Hamilton's words reminded me to pursue my ideas and to practice kindness and compassion each day. We're all fighting internal battles, so I try to give people the benefit of the doubt if they are rude, cranky, etc. Quote number 4. Those of us who are lucky enough to live in a world where we have enough and we have a roof and we have food, we find ourselves caught in this cycle of keeping track of the wrong things, keeping track of how many times we've been rejected, keeping track of how many times it didn't work, keeping track of all the times someone has broken our heart or double-crossed us or let us down. Of course, we can keep track of those things, but why? Why keep track of them? Are they making us better? Wouldn't it make more sense to keep track of the other stuff? To keep track of all the times it worked, all the times we took a risk, all the times we were able to brighten someone else's day? When we start doing that, we can redefine ourselves as people who are able to make an impact on the world. It took me a bunch of cycles to figure out that the narrative was up to me. Seth Godin. Micro action. I have a tendency to focus on negative experiences, which is why my gratitude practice is a big part of my morning routine. After reading Godin's words, I decided to order the 5-minute journal. The journal arrived on Sunday, and I've already noticed a difference in my mood. I'll share a review of the journal on the blog soon. Quote number 5. If you spend your time focusing on the things that are wrong, and that's what you express and project to people you know, you don't become a source of growth for people. That draws more destructiveness. Tracy D'Annunzio. Micro action. Complaining less goes hand in hand with my gratitude practice. My aim is to complain less this year and be grateful for all the good in my life, hence the new gratitude journal. Quote number 6. When you're thinking of how to make your business bigger, it's tempting to try to think all the big thoughts, the world-changing, massive action plans. But please know that it's often the tiny details that really thrill someone enough to make them tell all their friends about you. Derek Sivers. Microaction. When new readers subscribe to my blog via email, they receive an automated welcome message from me. Sivers inspired me to develop a better welcome message, one that includes more humor. It's still a work in progress. Quote number 7. Sit in any posture that allows you to be alert and relaxed at the same time, whatever that means to you. You may keep your eyes open or closed. Repeat the cycle once per minute. Bring to mind someone for whom you can very easily feel loving kindness. Wish for him or her to be happy. The joy of loving kindness may arise, and if that happens, bring full attention to the joy until it fades away. For the rest of the minute, just rest the mind. When the next minute cycle begins, start the cycle again for a total of 3 minutes. You can do this for however minutes you choose. The timing is not important. The only thing that is important is attending to the joy of loving kindness. That is all. Jade Meng Tan. Microaction. Meng's loving kindness exercise is beautiful, and I've started to do this daily. However, I haven't been doing this exercise in a seated position. I prefer doing the exercise when I wash the dishes. It makes the dishwashing process way more fun. Quote number 8. What if you just can't come up with 10 ideas? Here's the magic trick. If you can't come up with 10 ideas, come up with 20 ideas. You're putting too much pressure on yourself. Perfectionism is the enemy of the idea muscle. It's your brain trying to protect you from harm, from coming up with an idea that is embarrassing and stupid and could cause you to suffer pain. The way you shut this off is by forcing the brain to come up with bad ideas. James Altucher. Microaction. Altucher recommends writing down 10 ideas each morning in a small notebook or on the computer. I added this exercise to my daily journaling routine, and so far it's helped me generate new creative ideas for my book proposal and blog. Quote number 9. Not long ago, Noah gained 40 pounds of muscle in 6 months. One motivational trick he used was loading his Instagram feed with images and videos that killed his excuses. I now do the same. Too old, too bulky, too busy? There's someone who can call you on your BS. Tim Ferriss. Microaction. This quote references Tim's interview with Noah Kagan. Kagan is an entrepreneur. I decided to add this idea to my motivational toolbox. If I'm going to grow, learn, and build strength, I have to surround myself with positive people online and in real life. Quote number 10. Send someone a thank you note tomorrow. Seth Godin. Microaction. Recently, I haven't made time to write letters, and I want to write more thank you notes. More letter writing is in my future. I can't wait to send my pen pals postcards from the Netherlands. What about you? What inspiring quotes do you refer to each day? Or is there a quote or book that sparked a habit change? You just listened to the post titled 10 Quotes That Sparked Habit Changes by Tammy Strobel of rowdykittens.com. And I will jump in about the 5-minute journal. It's kind of expensive for what it is. Maybe that would motivate you to actually do it. But personally, I'm liking a cheap daily planner better. I actually did do the entire 5-minute journal every single day like I'm supposed to. So I do have the experience, and I'm new to using a planner. I just started it last week. I'm doing what the cool kids refer to as a bullet journal, and I'm finding that to be not only more helpful, but you can start with $1 notebook compared to the cost of the 5-minute journal. Plus, the 5-minute journal is almost exactly the same on every single page. It's the same prompts every day. The only thing that changes is the daily quote, but you can get that kind of stuff from this podcast for free, so I'd recommend just making your own journal. Anyway, I'm still interested in your thoughts about this post and the unique structure of having micro actions in this post. One thing I've thought about is trying to put together a takeaway that I can tell you for the post at the end of each episode, but I don't know. Let me know what you think. The best place to get a hold of me is in my Facebook group. That's at oldpodcast.com/Facebook, or you can search for Optimal Living Daily Podcasts in Facebook and request access to join, and then I'll add you. I think that does it for today. Have a happy Friday, and I'll catch you over the weekend where your optimal life awaits.
Hey, this is Dan from the Optimal Finance Daily Podcast, which is a lot like this show, except more focused on personal finance. Justin handpicks the best posts he can find from blogs and authors like Ramit Sethi, Mr. Money Mustache, and more, and I read them to you 5 days a week. So if you enjoy this podcast, come on over and subscribe to Optimal Finance Daily too. And together, we'll optimize your financial life.
You've been listening to Optimal Living Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode and head to oldpodcast.com. That's OLDpodcast.com for a free gift as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.